Hi Taurus, this is Stella and I want to welcome you to Love Evolution. Um, this is going to be a reading for June 2018 out here in the sun. Apologize for the glare. This reading is going to show you the energies that are influencing you this month. What is surrounding you, what's on your mind, what may be challenging you this month, and what you need to know in order to make the choices that are most aligned with your highest good. So all of the readings that I do are based on, they're filtered through the intent of your highest good, okay? That's going to be different for everybody, okay? But your highest good is the culmination of your natural talents, what, when you think about it, just lights you up and gives you the most joy, and also what your challenges and struggles in life up until now have been. All those things point to what you're meant to do. And these readings are intended to illuminate what that is for you and what you need to know during this time period. I just want to start by saying how honored and excited I am to start this journey with you guys. This is something I've been called to do for quite a while, and so I am very excited to be able to channel these messages for you. This is part of my higher purpose and my personal expression. And so I'm just very excited to move forward on this journey with everybody. For those of you that know a little bit about the tarot, I'm going to be doing the main reading with the Morgan Greer deck here. I use an adapted Celtic cross spread, which you'll see once we get going. For your challenge and solution this month, I'm going to be pulling from the Chrysalis Tarot here, which is really great because it illuminates the inner archetypes that we hold, all about self-transformation. If and when we need clarity, I'll pull from my little pocket rider weight here. At the very end, I'm going to be pulling an archangel guidance for you, and then also your power animal for the month of June. Okay, the power animals are amazing because one animal per month, right, or maybe more depending what the deck wants to give to us. But the animals, they don't lie, right? There's no deception. And so by observing how they live in the world, we're able to get really clear advice on the best energies for us to embody, again, through the intent of, you know, what you need to know to make the choices that are most aligned with your highest good, okay? So we'll get to that. I think that's about it. At the end, I'll give you a little disclaimer, but let's go ahead and jump right in. When I was meditating on your sign, the bull, the steady Ferdinand the bull, steady presence, calm, slow but steady progress, I got the image of, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but here in California it's very common if you're driving on the highway or, you know, anywhere, any major road, there's lots of cattle farms, dairy farms, free range cattle, and you'll see the main group, the mamas and the babies, and then somewhat off in the distance, usually behind an oak tree or underneath an oak tree trying to get some shade, I see the image of a bull, a big bull, and we have these little blackbirds here, and the blackbirds love to, they have a symbiotic relationship with the cows where they they help the cows. They remove parasites from the cows, ticks, whatever, little mosquitoes, flies. And so in that way the cows benefit, and the birds offer the ability to, if the birds spot danger or a predator, they'll fly off, right? And so that alerts the cows, letting them know that there may be a predator, there's something that they need to be aware of in their environment. So the meaning behind that, the metaphor behind that is, excuse me, it's hot out here, you guys, today, but I love to do these readings outside, so just bear with me. The metaphor behind that is the bull is always solitary. The bull does not get into the mix with the cows and the babies and everything. He's always off in the background or up front observing, right? So you may find yourself in a somewhat solitary position coming into June. We're in Gemini season right now, quick moving, witty energy. It's not that it's tough for you guys, but it doesn't give you enough time sometimes to methodically think through what you're going to do. And so by adopting that solitary energy, the metaphor is standing firm in your belief, okay? But being aware of your environment and allowing those beings in your environment to help you out, okay? And finding a balance, a symbiotic balance between your environment and yourself this month, to where you're able to think through and take the time you need before you make any decisions, but you're also able to be aware if there's anything in your environment that you need to know about. Okay, so let's see if we get any more clarity on that as we continue on. Taurus, June 2018. What does Taurus need to know? Okay, what does Taurus need to know? Taurus, June. That's it. Your recent past, your present, your near future, okay? What's above? What's on your mind, okay? What's going on up here? Below. What's on your mind, or what is influencing you that you may not be aware of? Internal influence, external influence, okay? And then we're going to pull your challenge and your solution for this month. What is challenging Taurus in this month of June? June 2018. What challenges are Taurus facing? What does Taurus need to know? June 2018. Challenge, solution, okay? So, okay. 9 of Swords in your recent past. Coming into this month feeling restricted, okay? Feeling like perhaps you could be a job, could be a relationship, but perhaps you are feeling restricted, you're feeling bound, you feel like the requirements for something you're trying to do leave you in a place where you don't have much choice. All you can do is waiting and feeling a little restricted, okay? In the present, we have the 2 of Cups, but it's upside down. So the 2 of Cups is all about communion, okay? It's almost a bride and a groom here, right? And cups represent the emotions or water element in our lives, and it's upside down. So feeling restricted. Do you see this card? Okay, the swords represent ideals, communication, thoughts, and you see the 2 hands here that are bound, okay? So I almost get I get that it has to do with a job or an outside circumstance, perhaps a change in career, perhaps something you're moving towards that has to do with, that's going to give you physical gain in the future, but you're in this sort of waiting period where you're reliant upon the ideals of others. Others may be evaluating you and you feel sort of bound. Above, we have the Tower reversed, okay? So a need for change. You want something to change. You're ready for something to change. The Tower is all about the crumbling of foundations that no longer serve us, okay? The house that will not serve us moving forward, and the destruction of that, okay? In the reverse, it's you being ready to embrace new beginnings, okay? It's you being ready to move on from whatever's got you in this holding pattern, okay? Below, so subconsciously, we have the card of victory, okay? We have the card of celebration of an ideal and coming home and being celebrated, but it's in the reverse, okay? So subconsciously, you may or may not be aware that you are, perhaps you're worried that whatever this thing that has you in a holding pattern will not turn out, and subconsciously you're worried about not being able to be victorious, okay, in the reverse. Your internal environment, we have the Emperor reversed, okay? Not feeling able to exert your will, okay? The Emperor is the ultimate ruler, the ultimate authority, and when he's upside down, he's unable to express that energy, okay? And your external influence, the Five of Wands, conflict of ideals, okay? So that lays it out pretty clearly. The two cards that flew out, the Two of Wands, okay? Wands, again, are ideals. And in this image, we see a man. In the traditional tarot, this here, sorry about that, Taurus. In the traditional tarot, this here is a globe, okay? It might as well, in this deck, it's a crystal ball, and it serves the same purpose, the same image, the same metaphor. This man has an ideal, and he's looking out towards his future, wondering, what would it be like if I could do this thing? What would my future be like? What would my life look like if I were able to live this ideal that I have, okay? And then also the Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness, okay? So there's an ideal you're working for, and you're really hoping, and it is going to bring you lasting fulfillment, okay? But coming into June, you're in this waiting period. You're worried about the transition into this new beginning, okay? And you're not feeling your power right now, okay? You're not feeling your prominence, Taurus. You guys have an earthy, strong energy that is undeniable, and you're upside down. Good news is, in the future, Two of Coins again, a choice, okay? So good news is, in the future, we have justice, okay? It's just what it looks like, okay? It is things turning out how they need to be, things being fair, things being balanced in the future, okay? So and you're worried about not being victorious, and then we've got this Two of Cups here. So I'm going to pull a card, a clarity card, on whatever it is that's making you feel bound, okay, and like you're waiting, which is the Nine of Swords. I'm going to pull a clarity card on that. Nine of Swords. What's this Nine of Swords about? Yeah, rest. Four of Swords reversed. Starting a new journey, okay, after a period of rest or a small break, okay, and you feel like you're feeling bound. You're feeling not able to move forward. But in the future, I do see it working out, okay, and the scales are balanced. So you may just have to wait it out, Taurus, and that's where the image of the bull with the bird, okay? Don't be reluctant to, not rely on, but cooperate with those in your environment, okay? To get what you need right now while you're in this waiting period. Okay, Ace of Swords reversed and the World reversed just came out, okay? Again, the World, not wondering if you will be able to move forward out into the world and embrace the possibilities that you're going for right now, okay, in this waiting period. And the Ace of Swords, unable to clearly express yourself, okay? So what is this Two of Cups reversed for Taurus? Can I get some clarity on this Two of Cups reversed for Taurus? Two of Cups reversed for Taurus. What is this partnership for? Ten of Cups reversed, yeah. So lost happiness, okay? Something you thought, a partnership you thought was going to make you happy, and you're realizing that it's not, okay? And that, again, has to do with the Tower, everything changing. So if you're changing your career or you're taking a big step forward in what you do in the world, okay? You're thinking about, what is it going to be like when I'm able to do this thing? What is my future? What does my future hold? Okay? It holds happiness for you when you follow through with it. This is what you're hoping for. This is, the card is here. This is your outcome. However, the partnership you're in right now is not bringing you happiness, and you're realizing that with stark clarity, okay? So, advice with the Two of Cups. Can I get an advice card for Taurus? Two of Cups. Seven of Cups. Do you see how all these cups are filled with, one of them is filled with treasure. One of them is filled with snakes. This is your hopes and your fears, okay, that you're examining, that you're just starting to dream about, okay? And this is wonderful, Taurus, because you guys can be so steady and so focused on work. It makes me think of, I have a Taurus that I really love in my life, a family member, and I used to ask him, this is right after he came out of college, and I would ask him, what do you want to do in your life? What do you think would really make you happy? And his answer was, something that's going to make me a lot of money and is going to be stable, okay? And what he meant by that is something that he believes in, something that he can stand for, that's going to bring him abundance and stability, okay? Sometimes you're so busy chasing that, Taurus, going after that step by step, but you don't take the time to think about, what would I really want? What do I really want? What am I afraid of? What do I really want? What could my future look like if I dreamed and I went after what I want? Do I know what I want? Okay, that's up to you to decide. Your advice with this relationship that is not bringing you happiness right now, could be a partnership too, okay, but I really think it's more like a relationship, is to really look at your options, okay? You're the only one that can decide which cup you choose to take, okay? If you continue on, nothing changes, you already know it's not bringing you happiness, okay? So it's time to look at your options and evaluate where you really might want to go in life, okay? So I'm going to pull an overall. What is this whole reading about? The Fool, starting a new journey, okay? Starting a new journey, starting a new chapter. This whole thing is a new chapter. And it's going to turn out all right, Taurus, okay? We have justice. Everything does balance out in the end. I'm going to pull a hope and a fear currently. You can always change this, okay? But your hope is to be able to move towards an ideal that you believe in, okay? Communication, an idea, a sword. And then what does a knight do? He serves. and he's looking at the world, okay? So the ability to go out in the world and do something that has meaning to you. But you're currently in this holding pattern, okay? And this time, this needed time of rest, okay? Coming into June. It's going to shake out. It's going to, the outcome is going to be fair, okay? And your fears, I promise. But you just have to be patient. Your fear, okay. The Four of Coins, do you see how this is a card of balance, okay? But do you see how he's really holding on to those coins? Coins represent obviously money, but they also represent the physical, tangible things in our lives. So your fear is losing the stability and the material abundance that you have. You want to serve this ideal, but you're afraid that it's going to cause you to lose. You know, perhaps going into the unknown, this new beginning may cause you to lose the stability that you have now. But it's not, Taurus, because everything that you have up until this point, everything you have materially has taught you a lesson. The road to acquiring those material things has taught you a lesson along the way. And you'll never lose that lesson, okay? You'll never lose the knowledge gained. So, and we have the Five of Coins, which again, this one just flew out. You're afraid of being dependent on somebody else. You're afraid of poverty and loss of, you know, the material wealth that you have. I'm going to pull an outcome and an overall advice, okay? Outcome. Outcome for Taurus. Outcome for Taurus. Okay. And overall advice. This one. Overall advice. Okay. And I'm going to pull a clarity on what we just got for the outcome. Tell me about this Ten of Swords. Please clarify. Okay. So, your outcome, the Ten of Swords. Okay, this looks like a scary card, right? However, these swords represent, like I said, communication, thoughts, ideas, okay? It is the ultimate death of some previous idea that you had, okay? So we have the Nine of Swords, feeling bound, and the Ten of Swords, the end of this, okay? And then when I pulled clarity on this outcome, I got the Seven of Wands, which is defending a belief. Wands represent fire, motivation, inspiration, the beliefs that we stand for, okay, the ideals. And you see this man, he's erected almost like a fence consisting of his ideals and his beliefs between him and the rest of the world, and he's ready to defend himself if he needs to, okay? So standing up for this new ideal and letting the old way or the old idea that you had for yourself die, okay? That's your guidance. Conflict of beliefs, internal, the Emperor. Okay, how can we turn this Emperor around? How can we get Taurus feeling like they're owning their power again? 10 of spirals. Okay, so I pulled a clarity on the Emperor. Okay, the ultimate ruler. This is your internal influence. You're feeling like unable to be the Emperor that you really are, unable to make meaningful decisions that have ramifications in the world, unable to own your power. And when I asked, how can we turn that around? I got the 10 of coins, okay? Do you see all the abundance in this card? Okay, so this is about appreciating and recognizing the abundance you have, okay? Don't worry about this waiting period. It's going to shake out. Justice is going to come in your favor, and things are going to turn out fair, okay? In the meantime, don't allow yourself to be upside down, not feeling your power. And how do you fix that? By looking around and appreciating what you have, okay? Don't be so afraid to lose the stability that you've gained, okay? When we actually examine what do we really want in life, and we decide what it is and we defend it, okay? Universe rewards us no matter what. You can never make a wrong decision in that regard, because even if it turns out to be a path that is not meant to be for you, like this relationship you're in right now that's not bringing you happiness, okay? You are learning something along the way. And so universe rewards abundantly when we make a choice, when we don't hang out in indecision, when we don't juggle this way or that way, when we actually examine, okay, what the future might be, and then we go for it. So how do you turn this Emperor? How do you own your power again? You appreciate all the abundance you have in your life, okay? All of it, because it's a lot. And I know that stuff is that's where you derive your comfort from, Taurus. You've got a lot of stability. Just look up and appreciate it, okay? Overall guidance, okay? I got the Four of Cups, but it's reversed. So what does that mean? In the traditional tarot, it doesn't look like this. It looks like a man sitting under a tree, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's looking down, and he's very upset. And then the hand of God is offering him a cup. But he's looking down, and he's so closed off from the world that he can't even reach his arm out to accept that cup. Cups are emotion, happiness, because he's so upset. He's so upset he can't even see the good things that are being offered to him right now. So in the reverse, what does that mean? Your overall advice? It means look up and appreciate what you have currently, okay? And be willing to take the good that's being offered to you. This is literally the hand of God. This is literally fate, universe, offering you happiness. Something that's going to make you very happy. Okay, but if you're too concerned with losing what you have, because you're afraid, if I do this thing, will I lose the stability I have, and feeling bound, okay, that don't allow yourself to be looking at the negative so much that you don't see the happiness that's being offered, okay? It's there. This is your ultimate guidance. Okay, we're going to take a look at your challenge. 8 of Stones. Leaving what you've previously built, okay? Do you see the structure here? Do you see how it's not complete? Okay, there's a previous structure that you've built. You're ready for a new beginning. And it's time to leave that structure. And also work on building your new structure, okay? The 8 of Coins in okay, so stones in this deck represent the earth element. In the traditional Rider-Waite, it's the coins. The 8 of Coins is a card of work, hard work. Hard work. You've been working, and now you have a momentary pause in which you can look back at what you've accomplished so far. Okay? So take that little pause, look what you've accomplished, and allow it to fill you with joy. Allow yourself to see how far you've come, okay? And because you're daring to dream, universe is offering you, look, I want to show you how these cards appear to me. Universe is offering you your ultimate advice, okay? Ultimate happiness, lasting happiness, okay? Looking up, this is like this, looking up to see what is being offered to you, what happiness is in your current environment, and what does that lead to? Lasting material and emotional abundance and joy, Taurus, okay? Nothing short of that. So it's gonna shake out in your favor. Don't worry. You're just in a little holding period right now. Do not go back, okay? Continue to look forward. And what universe has in store for you is the world, okay? Is nothing short of the world, okay? And your solution is the dreamer. What do you know? The dreamer, okay? Do you see that? The dreamer. Dream. What could your future look like? What could it be? What could it be? Knight of Mirrors. Knights defend and protect and serve something, right? And what are mirrors? They're the water element emotions. So, looking at your emotions, what would make me happy? And dare to dream about that. Okay, it's the same as this card here. What do I want? It's the same as this card here. What could my future hold? The dreamer is your solution. I can't make it any clearer than that, Taurus. You've got wonderful outcome coming your way. If you can just stick out this waiting period, it's going to shake out in your favor, okay? I promise. And this is the beginning of a new chapter for you guys. I know it's not easy for you to let go of, you know, your old structure, okay? The structure that provides you with stability. However, currently it's not bringing you happiness, and there's so much more awaiting for you, okay? So just be brave. Don't be afraid of losing what you have, because what you're going to gain is so much more if you can just step out and dream. Dream this month, Taurus, okay? Dare to dream. So, Archangels, what's the advice for Taurus? Passion. Look at this. Archangel Hanael. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career, okay? Trust that passion. Whatever cup is filled with what you think, you know, what you're passionate about, what makes you happy, that is going to bring you to the 10 of Cups in your future, okay? Ultimate happiness. So, dare to dream, Taurus. Dare to dream. And allow your environment to show you the abundance that you have, okay? What's the animal totem for Taurus this month? What's the animal totem for Taurus this month? It's this one. Seal, imagination. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression, okay? For you guys, you could be an artist, okay? But for you guys, creative expression is dreaming about what you want, okay? I'm going to pull one more. I get one more animal totem for Taurus. Okay. Imagination. Use your imagination to conceive what you want your future to look like. The monkey. Ingenuity. Okay. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation. Okay. Adaptability is your word this month, okay? Be adaptable to the changes in your environment, okay? Like the bull notices when the bird flies off his back, he looks up to his environment. But that bull is he's never afraid that the grass isn't going to grow, right? He knows if he just walks into his future, there's going to be another green pasture, okay? So just be adaptable to what's going on, and it will shake out in your favor, okay? You're in a slight waiting period right now, but it's going to work out for you. Just really get clear on what you want and what your future could look like, okay? So, beautiful reading, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing these readings every month, so you can come back and check it out in July. You can find me on Instagram. I'll link it down below. At The Love Evolution. I do a daily reading there. I'm also on Facebook. And I'm offering this to all the signs this month because I'm going to be launching my website next month, which I'm super excited about. And because I'm starting this journey with you guys, I want to connect with you. So as part of that, I feel called to offer you a reading. So if you liked this reading, if you'd like to go deeper into what it is you're specifically looking at, what options, or you know, if you just want, if it just sounds like something you're interested in, I'll link it down below. Send me an email, and I would be more than happy to provide you with a free reading in June. It's going to, I want to provide that value to you guys as I start this journey. I want to connect with you, and it's also going to help me to get some feedback. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in July.